The Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Every Point Sports Podcast. I'm Jack Stash from Fantasy Farm Sports. We've got Greg, the OldGamerGK, with us. I just want to mention before we get started today that our betting picks are sponsored by the Sicilian Mafia. It's why I'm wearing black. Just so you guys know, I know there's been allegations this week. We're on the right side of them. We've got the good fellas in our pockets. And very important for you to know, we have winners. How are we feeling, Greg?
We're feeling great. Listen, it's not Sunday. It's Saturday over here. So, guys, we're giving you a whole day to just take in everything we're saying, piece it together with other information that you get. Expect a nice big week for you guys. But to answer your question, we're doing great. We're doing great. We got our Bama gear on. So we're waiting for the Bama game at 3:30. We're playing South Carolina. So, of course, I have money on the Bama game, of course. I like that. I'm big. Money line only. Any SEC game that they play, I never bet the spread with Alabama. I always bet the money line. I learned a long time ago with them. But, yeah, can't wait. Going to put the Alabama shirts on the boys and, yeah, watch our game together. So I can't wait. Listen, guys, weekends for me are great since I have a family now. I always like weekends, but for me, it used to be football was beer, hanging out with the guys, getting some wings, getting some burgers, stuff like that, you know? Now that I'm older, I'm 50 now, you know, I have a family and, you know, two great boys, special needs boys, and we sit down and we watch, on Saturday, we watch college football together, and on Sundays, we watch the NFL together. And it is a wonderful, wonderful time. Joy enjoys it. She never liked football before, but she likes it now. So, yeah, it's a total different feeling than the old Greg. So, I still love it though. Oh, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful game.
All right, well, let's go Alabama and
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. And we'll dive into these NFL games.
Yes. We're going to make this short and sweet today, guys. Jackie has work to go to.
I got a lot of work. For
all that you don't know, he bartends, he DJs, he does a bunch of different stuff. Jack's a man of many talents. So down there,
the balding head like this, you got to wear many hats.
Listen, to wear a mustache like that, you got to wear many hats. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let me bring up our games here. I had my bets up here before.
All right. Let's look at
that.
Because
like I was telling Jack, I cleaned up last week. Oh, hey. All right. Our first game, we got the Bills at the Carolina Panthers. Our Bills are giving 7 points. Over under is 46.5. Money line is negative 360 to the Bills, plus 285 for the Panthers. This 3 weeks ago would have been a no-brainer. Like, easy Bills all day. Don't even blink an eye about it. The way the Bills defense has been playing, they can't seem to move the ball in certain games. Panthers showing up every once in a while, and they are playing at home, which they play very well at home. I mean, this is a tough game to pick. Ultimately, the Bills should win this, and they should win this handily. But with that being said, Panthers are looking better. They're playing at home. They tend to score a lot more points at home. You mentioned this last week when we were talking about the Panthers. And the Bills away from home seem kind of like a shell of themselves. Josh Allen seems like he has to do too much. They're not a very balanced team this year that I thought they would. I think given that contract to Cooks, they would have utilized him a lot more. You haven't even really heard his name much.
Yeah, well, all right. So a couple things, right? Buffalo's coming off a bye week, so they probably straightened out some of their problems. Probably, not definitely. Buffalo is not leading their division. Wake up, everybody. It's the New England Patriots who are leading that division because they own the tiebreaker with Buffalo currently. James Franklin. Oh, do we have Penn State news? We do not. But James Franklin has always been very good friends with the Buffalo Bills owners. So Sean McDermott better start whipping those Bills into shape. Otherwise, he'll be on the sidewalk with a briefcase in his hand.
That's something I wanted to bring up really quick, and it popped in my head after I was done talking. And I'm sorry to interrupt you
No, you're good.
again. But we always talk about these other coaches. You talk about Brian, or what's his name, up Giants. What's his name?
Brian
Dable. Couple other coaches out there, hot seat, the guy, Savansky from the Browns, this and that. I think we need to start talking about McDermott a little bit. Some of the teams he's had, like you have Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Maybe he's an issue up there.
So I still think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. In case you guys are wondering, in case, he's blinking. I'm not blinking. The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year. But Sean McDermott, my fault. Sean McDermott needs this win. The Bills need this win. It's a win that Kansas City Chiefs would win, right? It's a win that the Baltimore Ravens would get one of these, right? Your top tier teams get these wins. I know we're going into Carolina, but by the way, let's look at the line. It's not -3. Nobody has any belief that Carolina is really going to participate in this game. They will a little bit because the line's 46, but ultimately I think Buffalo gets them by 10. We don't have to worry about that. We'll take the money line because Buffalo has been, like Greg said, a bit sideways lately. But coming off a bye week, I expect a big week from James Cook. I expect Josh Allen to get a little bit less involved. Still Josh Allen, right? Mm-hmm. And they'll roll through Carolina, probably winning by 10. Take the money line if that's how you feel, right? Obviously, we've got the Sicilian army with us, but you always want to be careful, right? Because those good fellas could change their mind at any second. We'll take Buffalo, though.
Yeah, I definitely taking a money line. It's at 360, so you're not going to get much back. So you might want to think about maybe adding that into a parlay, kind of make it worth your time a little bit. So you don't have to dump a lot of money to win a little bit of money. But ultimately, I'm with Jack. I really like teams. I always like teams coming off of a bye, playing against a team that hasn't come off of a bye. They have such an advantage, especially if you're an already good team. But again, listen, I have been wrong with the Panthers every week. So since we have started this podcast, I don't know what it is with the Panthers. So I can't figure them out. One week I think they're crap, and the next week they go out and they score 30 and they beat. I forget who they beat. Yeah, who was that they beat? Was that who it was? Like 30-0 or something like that, 30-3. It was something ridiculous.
I'm the Pink Panther.
I know you. I'm just saying, like, for me, myself, I can't put a beat on them. I can tell you what, they are vastly improved over last year, and McMillan's a big reason for that wide receiver that they drafted.
I've got a direct line to Canales, so we're good.
So ultimately, yes, I'm with you. Let's not spend too much more time on this game. I like Buffalo coming off the bye. Next, we got a division game. We got New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. Giants are getting 7.5. Over under is 43.5. Giants are at plus 310 money line. Eagles are at negative 395. I think this is pretty much a no-brainer. Eagles should win this. Dable just got fined $100,000. Giants got fined $200,000, and Skibo got fined $15,000 for the whole Jackson Dart going into the concussion tent. I don't know if you've seen that, but when Jackson Dart went to the tent, who scurried along? The coach popped his head in there. He was heard to say, "What the hell's going on?" Mm-hmm. The doctor that was in there purposely went on social media after that happened, after he was done with Jackson Dart, cleared him to go back in, went on social media live and said, "Listen, inside this blue tent is supposed to be a sanctuary. No one is allowed in here but the concussion person we are looking at, our potential concussion person we are looking at, and the doctors. Mm-hmm. No coaches are supposed to be poking their head in, no assistants, nothing like that." So the NFL is like, "No, buddy, you can't be doing this." I can't believe it hasn't been done sooner. Somebody like freaking what's his name from Detroit?
Oh, Campbell.
I'm surprised Campbell hasn't done this. If Campbell can control himself from doing this, how the hell can't he?
because Campbell's passionate, but he's not an idiot. We have to at least arrive at that statement, right? That's true.
And just to let you know, Scottaboo was just checking on his boy. He goes, I was just checking on my guy.
Scottaboo, right, and he's gonna learn from this. That's something. That's a college move.
He has that perfect meathead Gronk mentality. I love him.
Right,
I love him.
He's a college jock. I mean, that's what he is. Brian Dable's an absolute moron.
Idiot.
I have been chanting from the hills. There aren't many of them in Florida, but when I get to the top of one, that's what I scream. Brian Dable has, you can't go in there, first of all. Second of all, I got a question. We're both not coaches, but I'm going to tell you right now. I think it was 4th and 3 that they were going to be staring down. Okay. Mm-hmm. I can get 4th and 3 with Russell Wilson. Right. And he said he went in there because he wanted to decide whether he was going to go for it on 4th and 3. Listen, if you can't get 4th and 3 with your backup quarterback, we need a new coach. Russell Wilson could throw a 3-yard pass. If you don't like him, that's fine.
It's not a backup quarterback that is a rookie or somebody that I don't know, like Mariota or something. Like this guy, their backup quarterback won a Super Bowl. He's known for his short passes. Like, extend the play. He's known for his legs. Get him out of the pocket. Extend the play a little bit. Give him options. Give him a dump off to the running back. Give him a flat off to the tight end, and give him an option to run. There, I called your play for you.
It's very simple. Brian Dable should be already fired. And you know, if they didn't perform well in Denver and these fines were coming, he would have been fired. But you know, the NFL did their best possible job to give the Giants that victory at the end of that game, to the point where Sean Payton almost got thrown out of the league. But,
well, I mean, but let's just give it credit where credit's due, though. That Giants team, that offense was they were rolling. They're rolling that first 2.5, 3 quarters. They were going. That team looked good. I'm not saying they were aerial at any point, but they looked like a good, scrappy young team.
Yeah. Now they just need a leader.
Yes. Yeah, you bring in I don't want to say this because I don't want to lose them after a year. I really don't. But we are. The Niners are going to lose them. Robert Saul. Could you imagine Robert Saul coaching that team?
I think he's a defensive coordinator, but that's I know
the guy's going to get another shot. Let's put him in the best position to succeed. You know, you get that coach. You have somebody like Scottaboo, somebody like Jackson Dart that has they don't have an offensive mentality. They have a defensive mentality. They have I want to hit you mentality. And Robert Saul would eat that up.
He's fantastic, and he'd be even better in a small market. Robert Saleh couldn't handle the New York media the first time he was there, and the second time would be even worse because he's part of the franchise. Fine. No, he failed. I mean, the Netflix
the Jets failed
documentary with right, but the Netflix documentary with Aaron Rodgers showed that he failed the quarterback. He told the quarterback he had time off. He ended up finding and then lying to him on the back end. I mean, you could have stood up to the media. You didn't do it. You got to have Tomlin in you. You got to have Mike Tomlin to be able to do this. If you don't have that, you're coordinator, or you'd be great in Tennessee. You'd be great somewhere else, but New York will eat him alive.
I don't even know who I really believe in that situation, or even if it was just a miscommunication at that point. Yeah, because, I mean, there's no reason for him to still stand by that lie, and no reason for Rodgers to still stand by that lie. So to me, I think it was a big miscommunication, personally.
I mean, again, a head coach, you can't miscommunicate with adults.
Listen, I get it.
That's where it.
But we've seen what that team was when he was coaching, and then what he was when he wasn't coaching it. You know, they looked vastly different. They were way better when he was coaching it. And we've seen what they are even now. They're
by the way, he coached a fantastic young football team. Like, he did great with Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's what you would need to give him. Actually, I'll tell you what. I think Robert Saleh would be a tremendous college football coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like Penn State. Hire that guy for real. He can get guys rolling, ready to run through a wall. That's where I think he would.
He
That's where
put
I think
on
he
a
would best.
clinic on Sunday Night Football against Atlanta. A
Yeah, that's where I
clinic.
think he would. That's where I think he would live best.
All
What?
right, so we both like Philly here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what, guys, take the money line here.
yeah,
I pair that up with the Bills money line. 7.5 is a lot. We were so confident last week where Denver wasn't. The Giants didn't have a shot against Denver, so I don't want to make that same mistake twice. You know, take
yeah.
the money line and along with a parlay
Mhm,
and count your money. That's it.
mhm, yeah.
All right, next we got the Dolphins at Atlanta Falcons. Dolphins are at +7. Over under is 44.5. Money line is at +310 Dolphins and as at -395 for Atlanta. I love the over in this, and I love Atlanta in this.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
opposite.
Atlanta coming off the loss. I love Miami is just in shambles, and they're away from Miami again. They can't. Well, even though it's inside, it doesn't matter weather-wise, but they're still away from Miami. I like Atlanta here, especially coming off that loss. I love the over here, 44.5. I don't understand how it's not 49 or 50. I really don't.
Um, I don't love Atlanta. I don't
No?
love Atlanta. No, because I think they're in the same spot that the Giants were in, right? Raheem Morris standing outside the blue tent, hoping Michael Penix is going to play because he can't stand Kirk Cousins. Well, guess who's starting? Kirk Cousins. Penix has been ruled out. He's
Mhm.
not playing. Kirk Cousins is not going to be given good plays. He's not going to be given good opportunities. I think they're going to run a bland offense, and this is a fantastic way to show the fans that I've made the best decision for our franchise and not go with Kirk Cousins. This has nothing to do with winning this game. This
Mhm.
has to do with winning the room going forward. Kirk will look like a shell of himself. He hasn't played football in many, many moons, starting anyway. And I believe that Miami will come in there and get a win for McDaniels. I think
Yeah.
Miami's going to win this game. I
Yeah,
take
see,
the
I think
point.
Miami has a way worse defense than the Niners. I think Robertson's going to have a killer game as far as running and catching the ball. Um, Everybody on Miami is being talked about being traded, so I think nobody wants any part of this until they find out after the trade line what is going to go on. They're talking about Chubb being traded, Phillips being traded. Um, those were the two on defense that I remember hearing. There was two other offensive players, but nobody in particular. But those
Well,
were the two big names. So I think Miami cashed out. I don't think they want anything to do with it. The quarterback has a lot to say about how the head coach runs the ship there, and Daniels really doesn't have too much to say about to me, he has no backbone. To me, Daniels doesn't have a backbone. If you get a quarterback up there basically talking shit on you on how you're running your team, you go up and then you say something to him or bench him. You do something. You do
he
something.
he
You
took
do
a
something to reel that team back in.
he
You
took a
you lost respect.
he took a job where he was never given any power. He took a Miami job where the owner said, "Make Tua good. I'll give you Tyreek Hill. He never picked his guy, not from the beginning. It was the complete opposite of, Raheem Morris got fired from his first job because he tried to fix the situation. And in this job in Atlanta, he went, I'm taking my guy. And if you're going to fire me because of the guy I took. McDaniels never got that opportunity. He got stuck with Tua. He
He
got
did get sick.
handed
Yep. Mhm.
he got handed a quarterback that, he's fine. There's nothing he's gonna like light the world on fire. He's not gonna put tails in seats. So I just have to make this guy look presentable. I've
Yeah.
done that, and to be quite honest, that part of the game is over now. And but I something about me likes Miami with the points. I just think he's gonna come in there and surprise him.
All right. All right. You like Miami at the points. I like Atlanta. Just being Atlanta. My DraftKings just crapped out on me here. Hold on one
I like
second.
Atlanta just being Atlanta. I just think that Kirk is going to try to look good, and Raheem Morris is going to get that dude killed. He just doesn't.
I just think they're going to be able to run the ball very, very well on them. I really do.
They should be no
That
more.
and along with they play good defense, good defense against a light line. And Miami has a lighter line because they play that zone scheme offense, same as the Niners. It's just we so happen to have some bigger linemen, so we were able to switch from the zone scheme to a power scheme last week against them. We didn't want, just to let you guys know, that game last week with against Atlanta with the 49ers, the 49ers didn't run one power scheme this whole year. Not one play. That's all we ran against Atlanta was the power scheme. We ditched the zone scheme and we went with the power scheme because they have lighter defensive ends, lighter defensive tackles who like to get to the quarterback.
So Atlanta wasn't able to beat San Francisco last week, right?
No.
I don't think they'll be able to beat San Francisco this week.
Who?
Atlanta.
They're not playing them this week.
Yeah, they'll be playing Mike McDaniels, and he'll run the same San Francisco scheme.
Yeah, but they don't have the bodies that run that same scheme. That's the thing.
You could argue Tyler Algier can run that scheme.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see what happens. I like I said, I like Atlanta
I'm sorry,
here.
not Algier. I think A-Chain. I think they got some.
No, they can. I'm talking about the offensive linemen. They need a little bit bigger offense. They're very, very light on that line in Miami. Very light. Which the zone scheme, that's what you want. You want athletic linemen.
Yeah. I got a feeling about that one.
All right, so we both differ from this. Again, I'm not taking Atlanta with the points. I'm taking Atlanta with the money line. I'm not touching points here.
That would make sense. The Mercedes building.
All right. We got the Cleveland Browns at New England Patriots. Browns are getting 7 points. Over under is 40.5. Browns are at plus 285. Patriots are at negative 360. This is going to be a good game, I think. Cleveland is playing a good defensive ball. The only bad thing is when they're playing away from home, they're 0-3.
Yeah, probably tighter. I feel like this game will be tighter than 7.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I do too. I feel like it's like a 4-point game.
Yeah,
but I do like the Patriots.
I'd be more comfortable taking Cleveland here. I think Cleveland has some. I really think the teams look the same. And everybody said, "Oh, but Drake May."
He has looked good. Drake May has looked good.
He's
with really no wide receivers. A couple young guys. That's it.
He's looked good. Diggs is averaging like 60 yards a game, so that's a nice blanket for him. But here's the thing: he still is a running back that tends to fumble at times. That's Ramondre Stevenson. It just happens. By the way, the weather's not getting nicer up there; it's getting worse. The 40.5 over under says it's going to be a tight game. What's New England going to find a way to win by 7? I don't believe so. So, all things equal, I believe that Dylan Gabriel will look serviceable like he has.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
And serviceable means you might get a touchdown here, touchdown there. And yeah, you could be looking at 14-10 here or 24 to, 20. I don't know. I just feel like everybody's got New England and Vrabel's done it. I don't love it. I actually love Cleveland here. I'll take them with the points, but I do like Cleveland here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like the Patriots here. I don't like the points at all. I like the money line. Actually, what I was going to say, what I am going to do, just with these first 4 games that we went through, for my first parlay is going to be Buffalo money line, Eagles money line, and New England money line.
Okay.
3-team parlay. That's going to be my first parlay of the day.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Next we got, and again, I'm with Jack as far as points. If you're taking points, I'm taking Cleveland because I think it's going to be. I think it's a 4-point game. I don't think the Patriots are going to beat them by 7. I really don't. But I'm playing the money line because I think the Patriots are going to win.
Yeah. Even Cleveland could go up 7-0, maybe take New England and, do stuff like that.
Yep. All right. Next, we got the New York Jets at the Cincinnati Bengals. Jets are at +6. Over under is 44.5. Jets are at +230 money line. Cincinnati is at negative 285 money line. I really don't understand why the money line on this game is so low at 285. I mean, I know why, because it's, Cincinnati, but Cincinnati just did come out and they did just beat a Pittsburgh Steelers team.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cincinnati here all day. I shouldn't even really think about it. The Jets eventually will upset somebody Could it be here? Yeah, it could be here.
Yeah. So here's a couple things I know about this game, right? All week long it was Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's gonna be the starter. Tyrod Taylor's out. Okay. Tyrod Taylor's number one target was supposed to be Josh Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I swear to you, 20 minutes after Tyrod was 100% ruled out, Josh Reynolds is 100% ruled out. If I'm making it up, you can call me on it, but I'm telling you. And then to add more mystery to this, the line has moved 0. The line has gone from 6 to stayed at 6.
At 6, yeah.
With all that information, I actually liked the Jets with Tyrod Taylor coming in, right? And him maneuvering the offense because he could throw the ball, right? And Josh Reynolds and all these things, right? I liked all of that. And I thought, oh, 6, yeah, I like it. And then now that Tyrod's not there, now that Josh Reynolds is not going to be there and it hasn't moved, my brain tells me, oh, you know what? I like the Bengals. And my brain's not right. It hasn't been right
now,
for years.
Is Fields playing or is somebody else playing?
It's gonna be Fields.
Fields is? Okay. I didn't know if they were gonna go with somebody else besides Fields or what.
No, he gives me no reason to like the Jets. Which is why
not at all.
Take the Jets. Take the Jets. Take the Jets. I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
That line is wrong. That's fine. Flacco always looks good in his first start, and then all of a sudden he looks 42 again.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
I know.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
And Joe Flacco thing is that you got like 4 or 5 people on the Jets that's probably going to be traded within the next week and a half. Yeah, just so all you guys know, trade deadline is about 2 weeks away, and this Jets team is going to look vastly different. You're going to have a couple people gone on offense. You're going to have a couple people gone on defense. They need, if they're smart, they'll blow this whole thing up.
That's fine, but they're probably playing for jobs.
Well, their jobs are already secure somewhere. Somewhere they're secure.
Yeah. So,
and by people, I mean somebody like Breece Hall is probably going to be moved. Wilson could be moved. Jermaine Johnson could be moved, and I forget, McDonald could be moved. They have another corner, Carter, that could be moved also.
Yeah, this is over.
So all right, yeah, this game ultimately I'm not even touching. I'm staying away from. I'm not touching this game.
I'm staying with you.
I mean, everything Jack said made sense, but also, I mean, if I had to pick, I'd take the Bengals money line. Yeah. Next, we got the Bears, who is vastly improved, to the vastly underapproved Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are giving 1.5. Over under is 44.5. Bears are at plus 105 money line. Ravens are at negative 125 money line. Ravens are coming off of a bye, and Jackson is back. Lamar is back. This is one of my, even though the line looks low, this is one of my safer bets of the week. I love the Ravens here. Love them, love them, love them. I know the Bears have been hot. Ravens are coming off of a bye, which I just told you I like how much I love teams coming off of a bye. And Lamar's healthy again. You got a healthy Lamar. So I just say watch out for those Ravens.
What if I were to tell you that he was just ruled out?
Oh, then I'm going with the Bears.
He was just ruled out.
Oh, really? They just told me this morning that he was playing.
Yep.
When I was watching this stuff when I was getting ready for the podcast.
I'm with you. I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be Tyler Huntley.
Well, then I like the Bears here.
So this line has changed. Some clarity. Right? This line has gone from you being absolutely right. Baltimore was favored by 5.5, and now it's tightened to 1.5.
Yeah.
So that's the Lamar effect. We do have some effect with certain players. I don't love this game at all because my brain says Baltimore's got to win. They got to win one, right? Have to. But not only has the line moved, the over-under's gone down. It's come down from 48.5. Now we're real tight. And do I think Chicago's more talented? Probably at this point. But Baltimore can't be 1-6. Why? Says you. I know.
Yeah.
What are we even right? I don't know what's going on. I know that I read something this past week, and it might mean nothing, but after their loss to Kansas City, I think to open the season, they got rid of all the ping pong tables and basketball
Yeah.
courts.
Yep. Yeah. They got rid of
and,
everything. Yeah.
and so that's going to make your players play better for sure.
Yep.
No.
They said everything's business.
Yeah, but it's not business because, okay, we lost the game, but you punish us for our performance because our performance was we won most of the game. Remember that? Most of the game, and there was a fumble late by one person. How about we take, bags and put broken pieces of glass in it and then smash him?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why we don't do that? Because it's childish and stupid. Just like your move to the rest of us. We won 3 quarters, 3 minutes and 21 seconds left go. We lost the game. I'm very sorry. But I mean, at the end of the day here, what are we doing in Baltimore? I do believe that Harbaugh thinks he's lost a little bit of that locker room.
I think so. I mean, he's been there for what, like 18 years now, 20 years. He's been there forever. 20 something years he's been there.
It's about time.
I mean, tremendous job he's done there. I just think this is a down year for him. It doesn't help that Lamar's hurt. If he had Lamar, I think he wins a couple of those games that they lost. That defense isn't what it should have been. That's something that they've always put a stake in, even when their offense wasn't that good and they struggled with the early years with Lamar and those turnovers. That defense always kept them in it. And it's just not there this year. They can't make up that defense can't make up for the offensive mistakes. Even though that offense could score a lot more points now, that defense just isn't the same anymore. I don't think that that Harbaugh is doing anything different. I don't like the thing as far as taking the ping pong tables out and stuff. I mean, that seems a little drastic. I understand what you want to do. Like you want a sense of urgency in the locker room, I guess. I mean, his brother's known to do stuff like this. He wants you to feel uncomfortable. He wants you to feel like your job's on the line all the time. He believes that breeds competition. Maybe he's taking a page out of his brother's book. I don't know. Maybe he's grasping at straws at this point. Maybe he called up his brother and say, "Listen, you got any advice for me?" He's like, "Well, listen, let's try this. Let's see what happens with this."
Yeah, they're both in the AFC, and his brother gave him advice on how to get fired.
I don't think he would do that though. I mean, you have to remember that's a tight knit. His father's a coach, he's a coach, his brother's a coach. That's a tight knit family. They just are. They're different. I love the Harbaughs. I do. I love them all. I think they're great. I love that ESPN special they had about 6 years ago on them. I ate that up.
He's a bit of a jerk, though, Jim.
Dude, I know he is, but I love him. But he's honest. He doesn't sugarcoat nothing. He tells you how it is. And if you don't like it, he's one of the old school people. If you don't like it, all right, he can move on. People these days, if you don't like something, they can't move on. They can't accept that you don't understand that they don't like it.
There are times he gives out losing advice, though, and that's probably, if that's part of some advice he gave out, it's going to be losing advice.
Well, I mean, listen, if it sometimes you have to try something. I was watching Colin Cowherd, and he was talking about what we're talking about. And he was all for it. He was like, there shouldn't be, this and this. And, what is this? Google, he said. It's not Google. This is football. He was the guy he was talking to. He goes, when we come into Fox, do we have ping pong tables? Do we have this? Do we have that? No, we're here to work. He goes, come in, do your job, and go. He goes, do you think Andy Reid has ping pong tables? Hold on. The guy next to him goes, well, I don't know. I have his number. Let me text him. Not only does he have ping pong tables, he has a basketball court. They have racing simulators.
Colin wrong all the time. I appreciate the narrative.
I love Cowherd. I do. I love him. I think he's great. He's been around forever. My two favorite personalities on TV is him and Pat McAfee. So,
my two favorite personalities on TV are us, because those guys are 75% wrong all the time. I do a fair share of that. Actually, I'm sorry. Pat McAfee's 95% wrong all the time. He's a terrible dresser, And I want him to keep his job because his hairstylist, my aunt's a hairstylist, so I have a soft spot for them. But he can't dress the part to give the information. He looks like a frat boy that was let off the bus.
I love him. 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 I think he's great. He makes me laugh. His crew makes me laugh. I like the structure that they have on that show. It just reminds me of a bunch of guys, kind of like me and you, just hanging out talking sports.
Yeah, but we have style and class.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm not basing style on class. I'm just basing, can you make me laugh? All right. Next. Damn it. It did it again.
All right. Relax. How about we move on to ready?
Relax. All right.
No,
here we go.
Here, next
time. All right. This is my team. We got the 49ers at the Houston Texans. Wow. That line moved. Niners are getting 1.5. Over under is 42.5. Niners are at plus 105. Houston is at negative 125. Niners were getting 1.5 yesterday. So this moved the opposite direction.
Now they're giving?
Now, yes. Yeah, now they're getting 1.5.
Yeah, I got them getting 2 down here.
Do you?
Yeah. I think
one Houston offense is in shambles. They can't move the ball. Niners defense is playing well. Houston's defense is playing phenomenal. Yeah. But I think Shanahan's able to scheme up just enough to move that ball to win this game. I like the 49ers here. I don't want to say I'm not worried about Houston. I'm worried about Houston's defense a little bit. But their offense doesn't scare me at all. Nico Collins is still out. They're off. They have nobody on offense anymore. Everybody's hurt.
Here's a fun statistic. You'll like this one. 85% of the time that a team gets a 1-point spread in back-to-back weeks, they don't win. That's a fun stat, right? San Francisco just had a 1-point spread last week. They're getting a 1.5 point spread this week. I'll take Houston at home. I'll live with the percentage. If I'm wrong, then I'm the biggest idiot on the planet. But at the end of the day, you liked the one reason why San Francisco was able to manhandle Atlanta, which was because of their defense, right? Houston has that defense. I believe that Houston probably wins this game with a leg, which is what they're saying here with this line. 85%. I'll live with sticking my money over there and going, you know what? I lose. That's kind of how I feel with that. It's a high percentage, but the team that lives on the ones doesn't get it's a telltale. And I know it sounds stupid, but at the end of the day, I'll live with Houston. I know you'll bet your heart, and I know that.
I'm betting my head too. I've already bet against the Niners this year. I bet against them twice, and both times they won.
There's no reason for Houston to be getting any points in this game. But there
is. I mean, the Niners are still beat up. They lost Fred Warner. They lost Bosa. Jennings is still hurt. Even when he is out there, he's alligator arming passes now that are being intercepted. Like, there is reasons. And Houston is a good team when they're healthy. It's just right now their offense just isn't healthy. They can't move the ball. There's not enough oomph there. And let's face it, Robert Saul has that defense playing like a top 5 defense. I know they're not ranked the top 5. I know they don't have the names on that defense anymore because they're hurt. But those young players that he has playing in there, especially that Bethune from Florida State, he played his heart out last week. Oh, unbelievable that he played. But anyways, I think that defense is in the right spot. Those young players are getting their playing time in now. So when they do make a trade or two coming up, there'll be a lot more depth on that team. I like the Niners here. I like them a lot. I like them more than the 1.5 that's here. I like, even if it was a 6-point spread, I'd still take the Niners.
Just be careful there. I'm saying, be careful. Everything screams San Francisco. Oh, CJ Stroud can't throw it. And by the way, the points makers still don't think that they have enough in this game. That's just
that's fine. I mean, we were underdog last week to Atlanta. You didn't like Atlanta. You didn't like the Niners last week either.
No, I like the Niners.
Basically the same reason.
I bet the Niners. I made money on the Niners last week.
Oh, I thought you told me that you didn't.
No, I did like them.
You took Atlanta.
I thought they were a
I thought you said they couldn't stop Robinson.
No, I thought they were a
Okay.
class above Atlanta, and Atlanta was coming off that Buffalo win.
Mm-hmm.
High, right? We feel good. I feel like I thought Atlanta would play, but I actually thought that Mac Jones would embarrass that defense, which he did.
Yeah, but they didn't. The great thing was that if McCaffrey couldn't rush the ball like he did, we probably would have lost that game.
Mac did a
Because
great job, though, of looking off of McCaffrey and throwing McCaffrey's
it
way
was, but
almost every other
he
play.
did, no, he did a good job on. I'm talking about the pressure they were able to get on Mac Jones. If Mac Jones had to drop back 40 times like he's had to multiple times this year, we would have lost that game because of the pressure that they were getting on him. They were hitting him left and right.
You're making my point for me this week, that Houston defense.
Again, I think what you call it, Atlanta's our offense is way better than Houston's offense. So I mean, if we beat Atlanta, we should beat Houston. Again, I'm not worried about Houston. I think we handle them. I don't think we crush them by far, but I think we beat them by at least 6.
All right.
And we actually have a kicker that can freaking kick this year. Somebody that's hitting field goals. Like, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Bucks are at -4.5. Over under is 46.5. Bucks are at -225 money line. Saints are at +185 money line. Baker's playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why the hell is it 4.5?
I
I understand. Listen, I know Bucks are missing everybody. They've been missing everybody all year, and they just keep winning.
Because everybody thinks that New Orleans is in the spot, and although they are, here's what's interesting: New Orleans plays Tampa well every year. They just don't have the players.
It's a division game.
It's a division game, and that's why they. By the way, you have it a point higher than I do down here. I've got 3.5.
Okay.
So again, it doesn't matter. There was a travesty in Detroit last week and how that game was called and officiated, but we figured that was going to happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just piggyback this week. Tampa over New Orleans. New Orleans is nobody has anything to gain from New Orleans.
No.
So, I mean, what are we going to do here? We're going to help
New Orleans doesn't even have anything to gain by winning.
Right.
They have nothing to gain. No, you're what you should be doing is selling before the trade deadline. What Jack and I talked about either last week or the week before, instead of trying to retool and overpaying for free agents, just start a total rebuild, guys. Yeah.
Unless you have a great general manager like Jason Light and go, hey, Baker Mayfield, he could work here. Tampa Bay.
Listen, I just don't. I don't put it all on Baker or on Spencer Rattler either. I'm calling for bull calls tomorrow.
Calling for bull calls tomorrow. All right.
For what team? For what team?
Bull calls tomorrow. Let's see. Do we have any Bulls playing tomorrow? Maybe the Chicago Bulls. We want to stay away from NBA gambling right now.
Yeah, no, we're staying away from the NBA gambling right now, guys. Even though I did hit on my first 2 bets opening day. I took the Golden State Warriors, the one with that, and I took the over in the Houston OKC game.
They wouldn't let me bet on the officials, and I called up DraftKings. I said I want to bet on the officials, and they said, "Sir, you're mad." And I said, "I don't think so." All right, Tampa Bay wins.
We like Tampa here. What I was saying is what they should be doing is selling. The Saints should be, and just total reboot. Interesting point. Spencer Rattler, I said that I don't think he is the problem there. I think he is going to end up going to a team as a backup, a team like maybe the Vikings or like the 49ers, one of those that is known to have a good head coach that can coach a quarterback and try to revise his career, kind of like Darnold did, kind of like Mac Jones is doing. I think that's going to be a trend coming up in the NFL.
Probably.
For these quarterbacks that are starters that aren't getting what they should be getting with their current teams. And I think you're going to see a resurgence on if you just spend a little time with these quarterbacks and get them properly coached. Like Tom Brady said, like most of these quarterbacks in the NFL don't even get coached anymore. The coaches don't know how to coach them.
Yeah.
So I just think that's really interesting. I'm anxious to see kind of how the NFL goes in that route. if it does happen with Spencer Rattler, like we need to start talking about this.
All right.
All right, next we got the we both like the Bucks here, by the way.
Yeah.
Next we got the Dallas Cowboys against the Denver Broncos. Cowboys are at +3.5. Over under is 50.5. Cowboys are at +150. Denver is at -180. I laughed at it because this is a game I don't want nowhere near. All right.
You know what I love here? You know what game the bet I absolutely love here? Because it's screaming in my face. Oh, all right. Cowboys. We like the Cowboys.
Huh?
That's fine. That's not a bad bet. This is my favorite bet of the week.
Okay.
When I wrote down all of the statistics, I went, man, I don't think so. I love this under. I love the under.
Really?
I love the under because every single week a Dallas over has come in.
Yeah.
What week are we on? Week 8?
Week 8. Yep.
Week 8. Think about that. 7 straight cowboy overs, right? Who did the Denver Broncos play last week?
Giants.
Did that game go under or over?
Over.
Yeah, over. So everybody's sitting there going, oh, the Broncos offense is back. This is going to be a high scoring.
But it only went over in the fourth quarter, though.
I get that.
33 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's hard for it not to go over.
And Denver's got the best defense in the league. And this is going to be running. It's going to be smash mouth. And it will not get over 51.
All right, guys, we're going to power through this real quick as I seen Jack just look to his right. I know he has to leave for work.
Yeah, I got
20 after 2. All right, next we got the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Titans are getting 14.5. Over under is 47.5. Titans are at +900. Colts are at -1600. That might be one of the biggest ones I've seen in a long time. Guys, there's no I'm sure we both like the Colts here. Not touching the money line or not touching the spread though. We both like the Colts here. The Tennessee has no shot here, right?
I like the 14.5. I like the 14.
I'm not touching the points.
Okay.
But I'm not touching the money line either. That was my point. This is a game you guys should just breeze right over. You can't make any money here.
I know, but here's what I think. I think that the Colts played the Chargers, and that outstanding victory lives in everyone's head.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that Tennessee is going to come out and maybe surprise them. And I think this is one of those games where you turn on the TV, you're a little bit late getting out of mass or whatever you do on Sunday, right? And you're like, wow, Tennessee is up 10-0. And you're getting 24.5 or you're getting 14.5 on top of that. And you're feeling real good, man. And I do believe that at that point, when it's 10-0, it's a divisional game. And it's one of these games that kind of just goes back and forth. Maybe Indy wins 34-31, crescendos to the top. It is sitting at 47.5. So I think we're going to have that peak up. That's how I feel.
Okay. All right. Again, I'm not touching this game. I won't touch this game. I do like the Colts here. I do like them. They're playing phenomenal football, both sides of the ball. They might be one of the most complete teams in the NFL right now. So kudos to their GM. Notice, and I don't want to talk bad on Irsay. I really don't because he passed away. But notice when Irsay was known as a hands-on owner. Notice when a hands-on owner is not there or backs away, and you let the GM and the coach do their job, what could happen?
Well, yeah, you just get rid of
Jerry Jones. I'm just saying.
Just get rid of the guy that's eating pills, and you'll be good.
You know, I'm just saying. Like, you know,
I don't have to respect the guy that was a known drug addict.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't like to speak ill, especially anybody that passed away. And I'm not trying to say that they were a bad team because of him. I'm just saying that look where they are now, and look where they were the last couple years. I mean, like, kind of look around. All right, next we got the Green Bay Packers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Green Bay is getting 3 points. Over under is 45.5. Money line -162 for Packers, +136 for Pittsburgh. It's a tough game here. I went back and forth a little bit with this game. Ultimately, I do like the Packers here. I think they have a little bit more firepower on offense. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is hindering them, really hurting them from really showing what they could truly do. And it's really sad because they've been the highest paid defense 2 years in a row or 3 years in a row. I can't remember. So they're really not showing what they should be showing. So I do like Green Bay here. I know Green Bay's have played a couple close games, but I think this is something where, again, that Steelers defense can't stop anybody, and Rodgers can't keep trying to go blow for blow with the other quarterback like he did with Flacco last week.
Yeah, that's a big game I'm not playing. I actually, my gut tells me I like Pittsburgh getting 3, but which means
Mhm.
but I don't really like this game at all. I have no feel. I have feel in those other games. I don't have a feel in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay on the money line. Is
All right.
what I'm taking.
I think we got one more game, and then we've done it.
Here. This is yeah, we got the Washington Commanders at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Is Daniel still out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
I mean,
that line is screaming he's out.
yeah. I mean, this is the Chiefs all day. I mean, 11.5 is a lot. Money line's negative 750. I really don't know really what you do with this. I know the Chiefs are going to win, but 11.5 is a lot, guys.
Yeah. So you take the Chiefs and you find one of your favorite games that we gave you guys earlier. That's it.
And just parlay it.
That's it. Don't sit there and go, well, that could. Don't do that. That's the dumbest thing you could do when you start barking at yourself. No barking. Take the Chiefs, but it's a stick of gum. You want a stick of gum, right? Walk down the road chewing to yourself. You want a stick of gum. Why don't you just be happy? That's how we're going to play this. You won. You cash the favorite horse. There's only 4 horses winning. I only make 75 cents. Take the money. That's it. Right?
Yeah, and Washington's defense hasn't been playing well at all. I know they added a few pieces. They were supposed to be a lot better this year. Late last year, they added Lattimore. I mean, he looks like a shell of himself. So that team just doesn't look like the same team last year. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the chemistry is just off this year. They're not the same team they were last year. Could they get it together when Daniels comes back? Yes, they could, but we'll see. We'll see.
It's Halloween season. They added Reese's Pieces.
All right, guys. Jack needs to get to work. I need to. The game's not on for another hour.
We get out of there, before we get out of here, I just want to make sure that we're subscribing to the Old Gamer GK. We're subscribing to Fantasy Farm Sports, and I just once again want to go over the fact that these betting picks were sponsored by the New York Sicilian Mafia.
That's right, guys. So we don't want to be no rival family. Please don't come after us. All right?
We're part of the Sicilian.
We're back. On that note, guys, stick around a little bit later. I am going to be doing a card video. I got a Prestige 2021 football box to open and a 2024 MLB pack to open. So we're going to do that. And besides that, that's about it, guys. That's all we got. Good luck tomorrow, and let's make some money. As always, guys, be excellent to each other.